I'm just going to go and get my lead to plug it in. Hi, everyone.
Hello, we are just... Okay, I'm just gonna do the sherry thing. Right.
What's that?
We're just trialing something.
Oh, you can kind of see my leg. 1 minute. You know what?
Doesn't matter.
I'll live.
Okay, just gonna do the sharing while we wait for some people to turn up.
Sorry about it's been raining.
Look, there's been no hoons for 20 minutes or 15 minutes.
As soon as we upload.
And as soon as we start a video. Gonna put this in the Creative Family group. Oh, yeah. We're going to... Are you putting in the messenger groups or mine?
I'm getting there. 1 second.
I'll do it.
Okay, cool.
I've got it there. Okay. So I'm just going to go and grab the YouTube link. So anyone that would like to stream to their telly can do so. Do you have to change the Scrapbook Fantasies? You can't put links in unless you're the owner of the page, not the owner of the video. The owner of the page. It's interesting. I must be quicker than last night. No one's here yet.
Hi, Mum. I think your computer's taking time to load, but we've got people here.
Hello, Kelly. Hello, Tina. Well, I've only got two.
Oh, my computer's like sounding like
Right, okay. We're all good. We are going to make this. We're going to make a photo box. And I'm telling you, it is so simple. It is super duper easy. We're going to use one of our photo box sets. And it's got 2, 4, 6, 7 pieces. And it's so easy. And we're going to use BGG stuff. And we're going to do a bit of a blue theme. And I'm going to show you why it is like this at the top. I'm going to show you why. It's partly so your photos don't sweat. Yeah. Might seem really silly to you guys. But it's hot here. It gets very hot here. But it's also, there is a purpose for getting the photos out and for having little dividers. Because I like to be organised. I like dividers. I have taken the photos out of that one for demonstration purposes. So I've got some white cardstock. And I think we're going to do the outside in this beautiful pattern on paper number 4. I do like this piece here. And we're going to use it. But let's do this. We're going to do our outside in this because it's the kind of pattern where you can hide joins. Okay, let me get my trimmer. Hello, Jenny. How are you? Missed out on stones today at the shop, Jenny. Rightio. So, it is a little directional, remembering the leaves are going up. So, we're going to try and make sure the leaves go up. So, our pieces need to be... We're going to do this outer piece here. So they need to be 8 3/4 across. So we need a 12-inch by 8 3/4. Always inches. So at 12 by 8 3/4. Now, we could get our bit for the bottom out of this, but the issue with that is that the leaves are then running down. So then we need a 3-inch by 8 3/4 because it needs to be just a little bigger than 12. So we're going to stickaroo. Okay. So then for our lining, yeah, let's do it. So our lining, we're going to use this, and we're going to do a 6.5. We can just get a 6.5 and have a little bit left. A 6.5 by 11 3/4. Look at that. Can't tell I like these colours. So we're going to construct this just like we would a mini book, except first things first, we need to stick these two together, right? Oops, looking over my little spare light. Well, I'm only going to use this 18. The ladies were pretty mortified the other day, some of them, when they found out that prior to doing video classes, all I used was 36mm tape for everything.
Yeah, that was a bit of like a
Yep.
gutsy move.
I only started using narrower tape because it scared people, me using really wide tape in videos. They got freaked out. Okay. I do need to hit this with some cleaner tomorrow. It's all the bits of glue. So I've put some tape on here and I've burnished it. Let's get some glue. So I've got my 8 3/4 by 12. And then I've got my 3 by 8 3/4. Then I'm going to get a ruler. This is one of our centering rulers. Peel the tape off. I'm going to add some glue. Now, you don't want to be flowing with glue that it's gushing everywhere, but you don't want to be a glue sponge. So I'm now just spreading it out a bit. So you need glue, but you don't need so much glue that it's going everywhere. So I'm holding this with my fingers. So these fingers here, these ones, holding it. I'm holding my ruler here. I'm putting this up against. I'm looking at where my tape and glue are. So I'm just going to see how I'm just swiping a little bit of glue on this edge here. So I've got it right on the edge. So it's tape for grip, glue for slip. Make sure there's no glue in here to get on my piece. Okay, there we go. So you can see it, but it's underneath. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to get our pieces. We're going to sort our pieces. So these little tiny ones are the side of our inner. Rightio. And then we'll have two pieces that are the same height as those that are longer. So that's these two. So those four. So now we've got two identical pieces that are sort of narrow and one big huge piece. Now, these 3 pieces are longer than these pieces. Okay, so it's the 3 pieces that are longer that we're after, and we're going to have a skinny, a big, and a skinny, and we're going to work from left to right. Our join is down the bottom here, down over on our right, and we're going to work from left to right. I'm going to get my T ruler. I'm going to get my mini book corner tool, and I'm going to get my mini book spaces. And then I will start with putting tape on all 4 sides. All 4 sides on both sides of all the pieces. Which I probably could have done beforehand. So we're going to put this tape on, and then what we're going to do is we're going to burnish the tape. We're going to do some simple decoration on this tonight, which will be in the kit. We're going to make a kit for this. You can buy the photo box pieces. Already as a set. I have taught this at a class, but it was a class at an in-person retreat. Hello, Sam. Hello, Quentin. Hello, Diana. So we're going to come in. Actually, might just use. Where's my normal skinny ruler? Just to show you can use this. You could use your creative ruler, your T ruler. This is a one of our just our simple centering rulers. Rightio. So I want to be able to find an inch from the end, and I want to be an inch in. So this ruler is an inch wide, and I want to be able to find an inch in from the end. Remember, our join is down this right hand end, and we're going to start with one of our smaller pieces. And this one will actually be our lid. So this piece is going to be the lid of our box. A white glue works a whole lot better for this, but if you've only got Glossy Accents or Dimensional Magic or a craft tacky, one of those tacky stringy craft glues, that's okay. Just work with what you've got. So I haven't got that much glue that I'm going to get wrinkling and I'm going to get like lots of wetness. So I've got one of my spaces from my mini book tool set, and I've got it so I can see the writing. If you have it so you can't see the writing, it's not a 1/4 of an inch, but if you have it so you can see the writing, it's a 1/4 of an inch. So next we're going to put our bigger piece. So it goes little, big, little. Hello, Karen. How are you? Hello. So the little nozzle is actually really good because it helps to spread it. so it's not so globby. Okay. And we've got our glue for slip and our tape for grip. I'll just move our ruler along. Going to put in another spacer. I'm just asking the universe not to bring the person on the motorbike down this end. We don't need a trail bike without an exhaust coming past. I have the door open for beautiful fresh air. I do not need.
Yeah, I think this is the first night this year that we haven't had to use the fan.
Yeah, no, we were going to use the fan, but we decided to open the door instead. Because the breeze is beautiful coming in the side door of the studio. Okay, I'm going to take our little sticky things out. Two. Pull it over. And you could get a brayer, but Naomi's in the room and she'll see where I hide the paintless brayer. So I'm not getting it out. No! I have a paintless brayer hidden in here.
I promise I will not use it.
Yeah, right. She said that before.
Okay, the last time I used the other one, I'm truly sorry.
Yeah. I won't get much paint on it, Mum. I'll clean it off. Yeah, right. Rightio. So there we go. Got that bit done. Let's get something to cut on. We need a craft knife. So if you really are allergic to a craft knife, you could just trace this and cut it. So we put our mini book tool on here. We're coming down here. Okay. So I've given you enough so you've got a little bit of space for your at the end. So you've got that join. You've got enough to do an inch overlap. I didn't quite use an inch. There we go. It's just so much less drama than it used to be in the past. Rightio. So we're going to do the sides first, the long sides. Put that up a bit. I don't know why I'm doing the long sides first. I do just like doing the long edges first. I don't know. I'm a creature of habit. Well, Karen, is that the Quentin Quick Access side door? Yes, that is to Quentin's Creative Space, which is also known as the carport without any cars that go in it. It's okay. We did have some big photo box things in front of it so that no one could access it while we were away a bit last year. Now don't score down in your groove down there. We're going to do our special mini book fold technique on that. Just doing a little bit extra just here where we've got our join. It's a little thicker. We just need to make sure we get it going. There we go. So we're stuck down. Yes, Quentin's Creative Space is in the carport. He is... he has assured me that as soon as Naomi's new to her car is finished, because Naomi has a Peugeot, it's just like Noah's, except his is a diesel and hers is a petrol. and hers is a little bit more powerful than his, just a little. But yes, as soon as it's done, he has assured me that the parts car that's also in the carport will be leaving. So I don't score along the edges anymore because I found that was just cracking. I haven't been doing that since we've been teaching mini books, but that's how I used to do it in the past before I was teaching making mini books. Okay. And we don't score down in this groove here. We don't tack that. Okay, let's do the ends. So to do the ends, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you. So we get our bone folder and we're going to just push this in on a little angle so that that comes down. It's not straight across, it comes in a little. So we're just going to push that in so it comes in a little so that when we fold it over, this little folded piece here doesn't stick out. It doesn't protrude out the sides. We're just easing it in a little so that it actually is nice and flat. Okay. So now this time we're going to put the glue on the paper side. I'm just putting a little dot here, not too much, and a little dot here, but not too much. I just don't want it that it's going to ooze out. Over. It's actually you that does the work, not the tools, because you're the one that's massaging it into place. There we go. Beautiful. So there we go. Okay. Oh, that's my stomach making noise. I have a very noisy stomach. Naomi John made Mum's famous apricot chicken, which is a Lady Flo Bjork-Peterson recipe. Slightly adjusted, but it is a Lady Flo recipe. My mother-in-law gave me the book that it's in, Lady Flo's, what was it?
Classic country.
Homemaker, country style homemaker book. It's got cleaning tips and how to, you know, clean mattresses and how to get stains out. And it's got her pumpkin scone recipe. And it's, which I don't use because my scones are different. And it's got her apricot chicken. So didn't quite read the recipe, but it still turned out absolutely amazing. She did a really good first go.
Not happening again.
We had sort of a bit of her brother, the first time he made it, he kind of he might have overcooked his chicken a little bit, pre-cooked his chicken when he pre-cooked it. But I am going to say she did extremely well. It is Milton's friends request his apricot chicken, which is my apricot chicken, which is Lady Flo's, at dinner parties all the time. It is one of their favourites that he makes is apricot chicken. Okay, so I put a little bit in the middle of each of these. And now, peel that off. So what we're going to do is we're going to add, so this was our really big piece. This was our 6.5 by 11 3/4. Oh, let me just double check this is the right size. Yes. So we're going to put glue around, and I'm going to have to work very quick because I don't use masses of glue. So we've got glue around the outside here. You know what I'm going to do? I haven't done it to this new bottle yet. I really like to Make the hole a little bit bigger. Okay. I do just like, yeah, that's a little better. And I just want a little bit in my corners. Not too thick. Spread that out. Spread it out. And then we want it through our middles. Right. And this is going to give us a nice little border all the way around the outside. So I've got it sitting on my fingers here, and we're just slipping on the glue. That'll be right. So I'm holding it. I sort of push some of the glue out. Try not to go out like I did. Try and only come inwards. Okay, so now what we're going to do is going to do some gentle folding while it's still wet. And we're going to push down. And what we're doing is we're creating a bit of easing. And I'm just going to push down in these corners here because we want it to be able to open and close, but we don't want it to be cracking, and this paper is actually really good. So there we go. That's our outer for our box. Look at that. And see, here's our join down the bottom. And that's what our box looks like. I like it. I like it, I like it, I like it. So now we've got these four. I've got two of these and two of these. So this is our box that our photos sit in. And I have got I think we do the stripes going up and down. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so we need two pieces that are 10 inches by 6 inches. Sorry, late to the party. Hello, Debbie. How are you? What was I being harsh about? That you've got to get rid of your project car, your parts car. It is a whole car. Okay, so we have actually got quite a bit out of it so far. We've got a seat out of it for Noah's car. So we need two pieces that are 10 inches by 6 inches. So we have two options. We can either have a join at each end, or we can have a join at the back that's hidden and a join at the front that's not. So I think we do so sometimes what I do, so this one I've got a join at the front that's torn. You can't see it. Well, you kind of can, you can't really. That's my story. See, because the colour shades across the page, We'll just join it on the sides. I think I want to join it at the front. And I think I'm going to join it there, like that. So I've got an inch overlap available, but I'm not quite going to use that. So I think I want to join it there. So flip it around, move it around until you find a place where you like the idea of joining. And is that the width of my tape? Oh, lucky duck. So I'm going to put some tape on here. Get my ruler because I want it to be straight. Well, that's a bit much glue. Let's move that. And this is an exposed join. So I've got a bit of glue, and then what I'm going to do, I'm just swiping it off the edge like this. So I've got a nice bit of glue to the edge. There we go. Pulling it in. There we are. So now we've got that piece, sit that there, and we're going to put tape on all four sides, on both sides of all four pieces. I love to make one of these for cards that I make. Actually, it's Dion, that would be really cool. It would be really good because cards will fit in it easily. It fits 4x6 photos, so C6 cards are definitely going to fit in. And to have like a little, you know, to have it with cards in, just ready to go. I probably wouldn't post much bigger than, sometimes tall cards. Tall cards go as a small envelope in Australia. You've got to be careful with square cards in Australia because they can go as large letters. A postal system's a bit dear here. But C6 is a nice size, which is 4x6. Rightio. Nearly there, and then I'm going to burnish them. I told you it was a quick project. I think we spend more time putting tape on than anything else. So before I start like making a mini book cover or making one of these boxes or our other memory box that we do, I just put all the tape on. I don't like stopping mid-project to put tape on. I've already done that side. It is not my favourite thing to do. Rightio. Oh, and by the way, I should have said we are using Vintage Easter. Okay, so along the top, so let's put this, I like this over on the right hand side here. And we're going to have 1 inch at the bottom, and I like it over on the right hand side of the front. So it's going to go here. So I sort of place it, just wait till he's gone, place it so that it's the right way where I want it to be. And I know that this is my bottom, so I'm going to get my 1 inch ruler. Join is there, and I want it sort of 3/4 of the way across. Just going to flip this over and smooth this one out. So when we do this, what we want to have happen is for this to go like this. Do you know what I mean? We want our pieces to butt up against each other. So what we need to have is we actually need the gap to be the width of the chipboard, the depth of the chipboard. So I'm going to get my other bit here and stick that there. So I'm just going to sit this little baby here. Nice and close. Slide this in here. I'm holding that in place. And I want it to be really tight. So that when I turn this up, it sits nice. But let's not do that yet because the glue's not dry. Let's do the other end with our other little one. So it goes big, little, big, little. It's a little bit weirdness when we get round to the back because we're going to make like a circle, a square, rectangle. We're actually going to make the shape, and then we're going to line the inside. I have some weird ideas about lining the inside. I call them weird ideas because not everybody probably agrees with the way I do it, but I am a little bit nutty about not seeing gaps. I like things to be finished nicely. I do get a little bit crazy about having it look nice. And look, you can't see that joint. It's my opinion, and I'm going to stick to it. I don't know if you can see in here. So you can't see chipboard. Yep, I am just that bit nutty. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to stick this one on here, and then we're going to come around and stick this end piece to it. We're going to go a fair way, and we're going to eyeball our gap. We've already got 2 of it, so we know how big it needs to be, and we're only going to put glue. So we're coming across, and we're only going to put glue to where our tape is folded back, which is just short of the point we need to be at. Hello, Beck. How are you? Okay, and now we're going to eyeball our gap. Out. Down. Rightio. Okay, so they're drying up. It's usually an idea to let it dry a bit. Oh, it's not dry enough. Yeah, let's leave that to dry just a moment longer. Actually, while we do that, let's cut some bits. So we need some pieces to go on the inside. What are we going to line the inside with?
What pieces for bed together?
I'm just thinking. I think I would like to use this on the inside. This. Oh, yeah. Okay. So we need, I've got some notes written here, but they're written in, you know,
Swahili.
Me speak. Right. So we need 2 pieces that are 6 by 4, and we need 2 pieces that are 4 by 2 3/4. If I cut it at 4, I get 2 pieces, but I get none out of there. Whereas if I cut it at 6. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it at 6 inches, and I'm going to come down to this 8-inch point here. So 8 inches on my trimmer is, yeah, I'm going to be super scroogey. It's sort of that point there. Yeah. I'm going to cut it at 4 inches. So we're going to get 2 6 by 4s. 1. 2. And then we need 2 bits that are 4 by 2 3/4. So that's 4 by 2. 4 by 2 3/4. Okay, so then we also need, from the same stuff, we need 2-inch by 4-inch pieces, and we need 4 of those. So we get 1, 2, 3, and then the 4th one, what we'll do is we'll go 2, 5, 4. Right. So we have 2 pieces that are 4 by 6, and we have 2 pieces that are 4 by 2 3/4, and we have 2 pieces that are 2 by 4. 4 pieces that are 2 by 4. Okay, so these 4 bigger ones, we're going to tape around the outside, and let's actually do that. Let's tape them and burnish them so that when it comes time to stick them on, they're just ready to go. Like, honestly, it is so nice when stuff is ready to just peel and stick, that you don't have to fluff around and stop. Now these skinny ones, these 2 by 4s, we're just going to put tape along the 2 long edges. So just the long edges, not the short edges, just the 2 long edges. These are actually for our corners. They are really not seen. They're very much a they're me. They're all me. They're just me liking the corners to be nice. So let's burnish all of this. The burnishing helps because it means that in time, any air trapped under the tape does not oxidize and make the tape go off. It's not such a big deal with Express-It, but with some other brands, it's a huge deal. That's why cheap tape sometimes, well, cheap tape's going to let go eventually, but that's why cheap tape actually gets that whole yellow tissueiness to it. So these skinny 2 inch by 4 inches, we're going to score them at 1, and we're just going to fold. So we're going to score them down the middle at 1 inch, and then we're going to fold them pattern side in. Okay, let's go back. This will be dry enough now. Okay, so we've got that one and that one. And we're going to bring this one over here. I'm going to sit it there, and then this, we're going to stick that. Beautiful. And how are we going to stick it? We're going to stick it that way. It doesn't really matter, because you're kind of not going to see. Well, you kind of are. Let's stick it blue to blue. Rightio. So this is actually what sticks this box bit together, is just simply doing this. And I'm going to make sure that I'm lined up. Just wiping that glue off my fingers. Making sure that my top and bottom here are lined up nicely, that I'm sort of all nicely aligned. Before I stick it, I'm just going to double check that I'm lined up and I'm happy. Right, and then we're going to put some glue here and here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to pull some of that glue out to the edge. So we have it all the way to the edge, like a nice smear. And put this over. And inside here, I'm just going to burnish it, like push it down so it holds in place. So where's our front? So that's our back. There's our front there. Okay. So this is our front with our pretty join. That's our back with our cruddy join. So what we're going to do next is we're actually going to bring our top edge in. And to do that, what we're going to do is we're going to do a bit of a traditional like snip snip and then fold over. But we don't want to snip so close that what happens is we end up with exposed chipboard. Do yell if you have any questions. Okay. So I'm just coming in. I'm just looking to see. Can you see that angle? Yes. So we don't go. I don't go right in. I stop about 1/8 of an inch short. And it's not a huge amount. I'll just do another one here. See that angle? It's not a huge amount. It doesn't need to be massive. And I stop just a little short. And see, because remember, we're going over this top bit here. So we've got to traverse the depth of the chipboard or the box board or the mini book board. This is actually not what we use for chipboard. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to remove our tape in the top here. So we're not dealing with the bottom yet. We're going to leave the bottom for a bit. The bottom is not a concern right now. I'm going to turn back these pieces on the sides. Just turn that over so you can see what I'm doing. I'm just trying to make sure you can sort of see what I am doing. Now, I have done this where I've done the bottom and the top, and then I've, you know, so I have got,
because you've got that, there's the inside and that there's the outside, so 3.
So this one's these little pieces. We're just going to have a brief interlude. So we've got 1, 2,
3,
3, 4.
4 of the floral, yeah. And then how many of the ziggy of the number 3?
1.
1 of 3. Okay.
And we'll need 1 of white.
1 of white, okay.
So we peel all that back. Oh, we missed one. Oh dear, I missed one.
Oh,
Oh, no.
no, not me.
No, I just missed one here. Okay, so then what we're going to do is going to add some glue. And the glue means, you know, remember, tape for grip, glue for slip. So the glue means that if we need to pull it up quickly, so we've made a bit of a oopsie-daisies, got just a little tiny bit of an insurance policy. On this one, I like to do the small ends first. No idea why. Put them in. Then we're going to do our long ends. And we should end up with a nice little, you know, tucked over fold on the corners. Rightio. So then we're going to lay it down. And we're going to burnish it so that it sticks to the tape. Now this one's the one where I've got to join, so I've just got to be a little bit more concentrated and boisterous with it, kind of thing, without trashing it. Cleaning the glue off as I go, like if I get glue on my bone folder. So we actually do have bone folders at the store. They are not made from, this one is made from bone. I'm hoping it's made from something like cow leg. It is really, really old, and the green on it is not, you know, from age. It is alcohol ink, because when alcohol inks were first released and we got them in the store, I bought some home. I don't know why I grabbed green that day. I bought some home and I just wrote that there. I alcohol inked my bone folder to test it. I also alcohol inked my heat tool at the time. But when I had, in 2020, when I was away, classes were still going. Oh, well, I don't know if classes did go then. I went away in December 2020 and had to get some skin cancer cut from my nose and have some plastic surgery on my nose. And when I came back, I had a new blue heat tool because my kids had been experimenting with a craft project they saw on Pinterest and had blown up my heat tool that I had had for 25 years. So hence I can't show you my multicolored heat tool that I alcohol inked, but yes, that's why it's green. But we do have them in the store, and they are made from bamboo, and they are just as good, but they are not made from bone, which we're going to say is cow leg. So now our job is to remove all of the tape on the inside. So we're now going to remove all of this tape in here. So we're going to take it all out. And I do leave it on as long as possible, just in case I get called away from the project, but also just in case I accidentally collapse it and I stick it all together and it ends up with being a big pile of mess. So I don't take the tape back off until I absolutely have to. Sorry, I was holding that on the wrong angle, so you can't see what I'm doing in there. Okay. Last piece, so all the tape's removed. I have made a mozz for one of those corners. Oh no, I haven't. It doesn't look, actually it doesn't. So now what we're going to do is our little cornery pieces, these 2 inch by 4 inch pieces. So what we're going to do is going to work out which end looks the prettiest and is the best lined up. And that's that end. I'm going to put some glue down on these. And then what we're going to do is we're going to line them up. And we're going to line them up with the bottom here of the chipboard. So I'm going to line it up, the bottom of the chipboard, like this. And we're going to push it in like that. Lined up, push it in the corner, and then we're going to burnish it in place. I'll just do that, and then I'll show you. So there it is from the top. So then what will happen is when we stick our pieces on our sides in here, we'll line them up at the top on those pieces, and you won't see pattern on the inside. So an all over pattern like the Pastel Galaxy or this fabric or the burlap is really great for your linings. So we're going to keep doing that with those little folder bits. I do like, so this is the bottom we're working at here. I do like them to be lined up nicely at the other end. Doesn't really matter because we're just going to stick the lining pieces in so that they look right. Because technically what should happen is if these line up with the bottom, then when we put the lining pieces in, they should also line up with the bottom and the top, if I have cut them all correctly. So I'm going to add some glue. Remembering the glue. The glue helps the tape stick too for longer. Some people ask me about using score tape. I have it, but I'm not a fan, and I can't explain why. I just don't think it sticks right. But I can't explain why. It could be just that I'm a creature of habit, and I've been using Express-It tape since it launched onto the market, like, I don't know when it was, but, you know, we couldn't keep up with it the first few years. We used to use a tape that was in like a yellow dispenser box at my store. And I used to sell like, yeah, a lot. Like 100 or a couple hundred rolls a month. But then a big box company bought out the brand that it was and prevented us from buying it. So at around the same time, Express-It launched into our, well, they contacted us, and I trialed it with a box, and then I was, yeah. We use a lot of Express-It tape, but I love it. And as they've got more widths, it's been amazing. Look at that. So we've got our little corners all pretty. We're looking pretty good in there, and this is nice and solid. So now what we're going to do is stick our side pieces in. Now, I do like to line them up with the top, and they should line up with the bottom, but it's not always perfect because I'm not perfect. We know that. But it is nice to have them lined at the top. Rightio. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and do this so you can see. Yeah, I'm going to try and get it even from side to side, but I'm definitely going to, I'm looking down inside. What I'm doing is I'm lining it up on the sides with those corner bits we just stuck in. And then we're going to lay it down. I'm going to hold it from this end here so it doesn't move. Remember, we got some glue on there for slip. Okay, let's do the other long one. Oh gosh, well, that's the one I marked. You know what? If I was making one of these, say we were going somewhere, say we got a last minute birthday party invitation or a last minute wedding invitation, or it wasn't last minute, but my gift was last minute. That happens. Or the kids go, oh, Mum, I'm going to like an 18th or something. Can you make me one of them photo boxes as a gift? This would not take me an hour. And it would not take you an hour. I'm going to say that. It will not take you an hour once you've made one. There we go. Let's get our end pieces. And so I'm looking down sort of halfway to 3/4 way down it and looking that I like the amount that I see on either side. And it sort of looks evenish. Hold it there. one. We've nearly made our box. Just telling you, we've nearly finished. Like it doesn't feel like it. But we are nearly there. You only need to cut one more piece. Yeah, we do have to cut one more piece. Right. Okay, I like that. Okay. So we're going to set that aside. There we go. Beautiful. So we're going to set this aside and we are going to cut one last piece. And it is going to be 2 3/4 inches by 6 inches. So we're going to do 2 3/4 by 6. 6 is here. And I'm kind of doing it this way so that we can have a better piece there. I think we might use that. We might decorate it. Okay, so this is our liner for our bottom, but our bottom's got some issues right now. So what we're going to do is same thing we did before. No,
okay,
not yet. I do have a fussy cut strip.
Oh, okay, cool.
And I have a chipboard that I'm contemplating using. Is that okay?
Yeah, no, I'm just checking because I did some stuff with get Millie ready for bed.
So we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to stop our 1/8 of an inch on the end. So I do fold it over to get it to, I do want it to be able to sit nice. I'm going to put the short ends in first, and then we've got our long ends, right? And then I'm going to make sure that my corners look nice, that I can fold them in nicely. Yep, I like that. So what I'm going to do is glue. I'm going to put some glue here and here. And here, oh, rip that, and here, right? That glue is not going to stick yet. But what I'm also going to do is on the outside here, I'm going to put some tape. Just going to put this tape on here. Just chucking a bit in there. I don't want the tape to go right across. I don't want the tape to grab. Like I don't want it to grab in the corner here and stick. So then this piece here that we just cut, a 6 by 2 3/4, we're going to tape that. I'm actually just going to put 3 under tape. We're going to burnish it. And then I'm going to put some glue around the outside. Now this is going to stick to my mat. I am okay with that. If you have a paper surface down, yeah, probably put something else down. Probably not your mat. Okay, so I'm pushing this in and I'm happy. I'm looking square. This is where it gets a little, yeah. No. Gets a little Dodgerama. So I'm going to sit that in there, and I'm going to get my tweezers. And sorry, my head's in the way. I just need to use my tweezers before it sticks, just to direct it to where... Sorry, my head's in the way. I'm very sorry. See my grey hair. It's okay. I'm not really worried by my grey hair, to be honest, because I'm not going to colour it. I can't be bothered.
You're going grey very gracefully.
I haven't coloured my hair for quite a few years, and I can't be bothered colouring it anymore. I used to get my hair coloured a lot. And Mammy John once screamed because they... I sat up from the basin after having my hair rinsed, and she goes, "Oh my gosh, Mummy's gone, it's a stripy tiger." It was red and cream stripes. Like, it was bright red foils and cream foils, and she was just really freaked out. So now I'm going to get in here. Mammy John was very little.
Stand by it.
She was very little. She's probably like 4, to be honest. Or 3. Maybe she was 3, because she was talking, but she wasn't talking at 2. Okay. So am I happy with that? Yes, I am. Is it stuck? Just, you've got to kind of use your fingers to get it to stick. Rightio. Oh, we picked up a piece of paper. There we go. This is our cover we made an eon ago, and this is our join at the bottom. So this box is going to go, that is the front there. This is the front here. This box is going to go in here. I'm not going to stick it at the bottom. It's going to go in there, and it's got a little bit of a lip at the front here, but that's okay. There is a purpose to all of this. It's about balance. It's about balance. It's about it not falling over when it's full of photos, because it does get heavy. Rightio. Where's the back? So this is the back here. I'm going to put some tape through the middle. I'm not going to go right to the edge. I don't want little fingers or big fingers that like to check how things are done to be able to expose what we've done here. But we are going to put glue. Don't want it oozing out, but so what happens is the glue is most of our longevity, but the tape holds it there as well. So the glue will slip around at first, but then the tape will hold it there, so then it can get a really good bond. So we need a decent amount of glue at the bottom, but we don't want oozy glue. Okay. So now it's a matter of getting it even on the ends. So from end to end, and it lines up with just a tiny bit of that exposed. And then we're going to push this hard up against here. I think I need to go this way a bit. Like that. Oh, but that's... I think my bottom piece is crooked. My liner. It'll be right. Up against there. There. Got a tiny bit of glue there to clean up. Got any there? No. So on my other one, I actually didn't line the bottom, and I don't like it. I do like it, actually, but I don't, yeah. It suits that one because my liner's identical to my cover, whereas this one, because I've done a different liner, it needs to be different. Okay. So the best way to get this baby to dry is, I'm just checking that you can't see any. The best way to get it to dry is to grab yourself water photos. Fill it up with photos because we don't have any exposed glue, remember. We were very good with our glue. Got 2 photos there with glue on them. They came with glue on them. Is by filling it with photos, they have the weight required to hold together. Just a couple more. As many as you can. We earned every one of our grey hairs. Oh, yes, we have. Still got one more driver's license to get, Karen. Only got 5 years until we, well, less than 5 years until we get our last learner's permit. There we go. So that weight is going to help that to stick-a-roo. Photo holders. I like to, I don't think I need glue. I like to make photo holders. So I do 6, sorry, I do 6. Let's do the 9. 9 by 6. Just trying to work out the best way to get the best quality size stuff. So a 9 by 6, and then we're going to score it at 4.5. Make 2. So you get enough with your kit. We're doing a kit for this one. You'll get enough in your kit to make 2 of these. Naomi, can you check if there's how much white cardstock there is in the system? Now, I actually make these. I don't make them pretty like this. I actually make these out of the cardstock I have in my stash that I'm never ever going to use. So here's a set of photos that all go together. Oh, look, that's my sick child. And then what I do is I write at the top. I write like the date, where it is. So here's another set of photos that all go together in this batch of photos from this particular year or of this particular child or just from this one day on our holiday. Because it feels like we take that many photos on holiday. And being 4.5 high, then you can see why it sits like that. Let's not do that. Let's let it stick. Right.
In each kit.
No. 1 in each kit. No, you got to add that to the...
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Got you.
Okay. So I'm thinking this little gentleman can go in here. I've got a little tiny bit of this left. I'm assuming he's a gentleman. That's a really not a nice thing to do, is it? And then I've got, oh, this one had photos on it, which I didn't stick on. Thank you, Diana. Okay.
You haven't added any other pattern paper to it?
No. I really don't know what all the yelling out on the street is. Maybe it's football.
I'm not willing to go check.
Oh.
It's the bunnies plastic cut strip we've got as well, isn't it?
Yeah. I think we put this memorable days on the top. And then I'm going to put little rabbits on that end and the rabbit with the basket on this end.
Oh, I do like.
Because I think it would be really nice because I've got lots of like little boy photos and baby photos. Oh, Mr. Nova.
Yes. Oh, beautiful. Does that mean I have to refill up your Christmas present?
No. We're going to make these and put it in.
Cool. Okay.
This Quentin will steal this container and take it to work.
Oh, yeah.
For display, and it will never ever come home again. But I've got to be careful because he took the other. Well, he kept the other one on display full of photos. Okay.
And we didn't realize until we were at a pop-out.
Yeah. Oh, what are these photos? Oh no.
It's like, oh, these are the photos I was looking for.
They were all photos. So the other one was just full of photos of Amelia Ann. I actually have a lot of photos of Noah. Lots and lots, because I have a mini book I've got to finish. Sorry, my head's in the way. Oh, look at that. How cool is that? Where'd the other one go? Oh, here it is. Yeah. I do like that I can just scrape a little bit of glue on with this glue bottle. I actually think this would be a pretty cool gift for a new mum or new parents or new grandparents, filled with photos of their new grandbaby or grandbabies if they ended up with twinsies or something. And I will show you what you could do if you didn't want to do just plain photos. So what you could do is cut like 4.5 by 6 inch pieces, or just 4 by 6s if you really wanted. And you could make photo cards. Like you could make little, you know how where's last night's page? Probably don't do this until you've actually finished with your drawing of your project as well.
This one. This amazing scrapbook page.
So see how we've done this? I made a little photo card. You could make like 4 by 6 photo cards or 4.5, and make some of them 4.5 by 6, so that along the top they had like writing, space for writing, and they were divider ones. And so you could make, instead of making pockets like we've made for this one, is you could make you could just make photo cards that had a photo on either side and the space for the writing at the top, and they were dividers in there.
So I'm just checking, we've only got one pattern piece of paper 3 and 4 of paper 4.
Yeah. So what colour do we do that? So this is another, this will be a product. Amelia Ann signed this, just so you know. It's Amelia Ann that signed this. But we're going to make this box, not today. But so I've got photo cards in here. That wasn't Naomi John. That was Naomi John. So it's full of photo cards of her. It's got drawers, and I don't know why it's got broken angel wings and a Wonder Woman card in it, but Amelia has had her hands on that. They hid it from her and me. Okay, so what colour to make it stand out? What colour? Let me start with a coat of this peach we used last night. I actually think it might need to be brown to stand out.
Well, that's nice.
The brown, because there's brown in the pattern. I'm just going to put a coat of the peach on first.
I'd also glossify it too.
Yeah.
Just me personally.
Oh, brown with glitter.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. She's just checking with me if she's allowed to discount the kit.
It's me who's going to be making them.
What's that?
It's me who's going to go and cut everything. But you've got to do all the...
Yeah, I make the covers.
You got to do the back end.
I make the covers and make a page in our class directory. Not our Creative Hub. I do the Creative Hub one as well, but I make a class directory page where you can go and get pictures to save and watch videos and that sort of thing. There we go. Right. What am I looking for? Brown. Probably should have left it dry a little longer, but oh, the brown looks nice. Yeah, brown will be good. Brown and glitter. Things should be pretty. I know it's a functional thing, like it's really functional, but things should be pretty as well. Now, if you lined your box, say you lined it with something from one of our papers that wasn't like a half sheet, that was a full sheet of the pattern, you wouldn't need as much paper. But I'm just going to say you've got these awesome fussy cuts. So you could decorate the cards on the inside with the little, you know, the matching rabbits and all that sort of stuff. You could really have fun making a gift for a, you know, a grandparent or a new parent. Could become a tradition that every special occasion you give a box. I actually have a relative, and I have come across a lot of photos of him that I know he doesn't have. So I'm thinking I'm going to make him a box like one of these boxes so that he's got it as a keepsake just for him. We will eventually have, like, thinking about making a mini book that goes in it. or a set of little mini books, like 3 little books that go in it. I think that'd be quite cute. But yeah. Okay. Memorable days. Now I am going to cheat and I am going to stick that on. I'll put it there. I think I like it over. No, I like it on the right. I'm going to stick that on and then I'm going to add the glitter glue because we all saw me playing with wet glitter glue last night. So I'm going to use the tap and stick technique with this. So we're going to apply the glue. Going to apply some bits and then we're going to tap it around, or the pattern stick actually I should call it. We're going to apply some glue and then I'm going to sort of pat to spread it around a bit so we don't have any globby bits, but we have a good bit of glue everywhere that's going to stick. Oh, I need to bring it a bit closer, sorry, so I can see. I'm very sorry if that is not everyone's view. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use material and I'll get a bit of an idea. No, it's not quite straight. It should be right. I'm blind enough not to see it. Love that idea. So it's Joanne. It's amazing. So it's not full of photos like that. What have we got? Oh, Amelia on someone's shoulders, probably a dad or a brother. And then I've got it's one of my kids when he's sick. Oh, and that's in Brisbane. Without Amy John, she was at uni. Oh, haircut. So mine's a bit of a mixy match, a mishmash. I was talking to a friend of mine today, Peter, the wonderful Peter from Rocky. Hello, Peter, if you're watching, but I don't think he is because he was down helping some friends move. And Peter is, he is catching up on his scrapbooking. He's going through the photos and reprinting what he needs to reprint, printing what he hasn't had printed or scrapbooked, and he is mowing through them. Peter scrapbooks 8x8, but he yeah, he's putting us all to shame that he is getting his done. He's been a man on a mission. He's still quite a few years behind, but he's working his way through. So Peter makes albums. So when when relatives or that have a special birthday, 21st or a front number change, they or one of the O's, he makes sort of an album, a bit of a this is your life type thing, and then he makes an album from the event, which is really cool. A fabulous scrapbooker. He does the most beautiful shadow box frames scrapbooked. Okay, so I saw a bit of glue here. This is not to be recommended to do always, but yeah, it's the only way I'm going to get this finished. So there you go. We made a photo box. Look at that. And this will eventually sit flat. It sits down, but it is a bit higher so that you can fit like index card type dividers in, or you can make little pockety hot photo holders to go in it. See, this is Noah and Chrissy's birthday retreat. And that actual pouch is only filled with Noah and Chrissy's birthday. But yeah, so there we go. And that's how it sits. And this little lip at the front here, it helps for balance. It is actually a balance point to balance out. This lid needs to come out to look nice, but the base needs to come out the same. Otherwise, it's got a topple effect.
Yeah.
Just taking her pictures. It's all messy.
I'm trying my best.
Watch out, glitter glue, glitter glue, glitter glue.
Yeah, I nearly forgot. Hey. Let me just. You know, you'll take better photos by tomorrow.
Oh, will I just? Okay. I can't wait to make this, says Diana. I just think they would be such a lovely gift. And even like someone like that's just starting scrapbooking, it would be a lovely gift to make for them for photos. It's, yeah. But you could make, so instead of these being photo holders, you could actually cover these with, put photos and have the fold even at the top and just fill it with, and photos on the inside like that, and fill it with little flipper things, and you pull them out like they've got written on them, and you pull them out and they're a little flipper. Or you could fill it with little accordions or something. Like you could just really play with what you put inside it. But for storing photos, it's just an amazing little piece of kit.
I do need one more photo of it opened. And
there we go. So I heard scrapbooking is making a comeback. Yes. We were actually talking about this at the store today. One acquaintance of my best friends, all-time best friends from our teenage years, or acquaintance childhood as well. His sister was in the store and she's never been a scrapbooker. Her mum is a card maker. Hello, Kathy. Kathy will be watching. And we were talking about a very similar thing, that a lot of my friends that are my age, they scrapbooked when their kids were little, that are the same age as my big kids. Not my little kids or my middle kid, my big kid. So, and they stopped scrapbooking because most of them had to go and work, or they opened businesses like I did, or, you know, different things like that. Well, actually, I had a business in my 20s. But they are starting to think about scrapbooking again, and, you know, coming in and saying hi, and, you know, like they think about the next 10 or 15 years, the kids are leaving home and they're going to start, you know, digging out the scrapbooking stuff, or organizing their photos, getting ready for, you know, when they start semi-retirement. And so it is an interesting thing, because scrapbooking is going to come back, because those of us that scrapbooked in our 20s, I didn't stop scrapbooking, just so you know, are going to, as we're in our 50s now, going to start scrapbooking again. And it's actually happening. But yeah, scrapbooking is getting bigger. And I have a lot of young customers in their early 20s that some are doing junk journaling, some are doing the traveling journal, Sisterhood of the Traveling Journal. Some are doing that. Some are doing memory books or prayer journals. So, but a lot of it is based on scrapbooking. But yeah, it's really having a bit of a resurgence, which is nice, because I love scrapbooking and card making. I just love creating. I'm just going to tell you, if you didn't already know, I love to create. But yeah, so if anyone, just keep chatting. Oh, she's telling me to keep chatting. Oh my God, I'm waffling now. But yes, so does anyone have any questions about the box, the photo box? I hope I answered all your questions. I hope I made it appear as easy as it is, because it's so easy. It's really, really simple. But yeah, you could like you could even piece it together with each piece being a different paper from your scrap box and make a real patchworky, you know, like a real eclectic patchworky looking one. We would never have guessed this, Joanne. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Love how it looks. Thank you, Sam. This would be really cool with, you know, our custom titles. I've got just a few of those from the prototypes for Noah and Amelia Rand. I think I'm going to be putting Noah and Amelia Rand on quite a few things. I love this. So the kit will be on the website soon. She is just doing it now. Oh, that's a good photo, Naomi John.
I know, I'm trying to put 4 photos on the thing, and it's just taking me a moment, and I'm trying not to destroy the template.
Yeah, she's trying not to destroy my templates. She's using my templates to make a picture. Okay. I should just make her own set of the templates so she doesn't wreck my master templates. She does go in occasionally and destroy my templates.
Yeah.
One of our software programs. So you know the Hearts one, which is the Upright Hearts, the little set of fussy cut essential elements ones. One of the software programs we have has destroyed my master template for it. I have to rebuild it. I've been avoiding it for a week. So there will be none of those. Well, actually, I've been avoiding it for 2 weeks. There will be none of those for a couple of collections potentially. Absolutely beautiful. Would love to do one for Olive for her birthday. That'd be so cool, Jenny, because then she could keep her photos in it that she's going to scrapbook, and Mum and Dad and you guys, everyone could just add photos to it, you know, like even sneak photos in there for her as little surprises. But that would be really cool. I have to admit, when the kids gave me 2,000 photos a couple of Christmases ago in a plastic tub for Christmas, it was one of the best Christmas presents I ever got. That was I think it was 2023. I got that for Christmas. Oh my gosh.
Harvey Norman in town did not do 5-cent photos again.
They did 5-cent photos at Harvey Norman. That's what Naomi is. But yeah, as a scrapbooker, a gift of photos is an amazing gift. Like, well, a relative, you know, pops into the store and says, oh, I found all these photos of your grandparents, or I found these photos of your kids, thought you might like them. It is just such a wonderful gift. I'm actually going to work up the courage to ask for photos of my dad from some relatives. So
we're close. Just 1 second.
She's nearly there. She's just making the kit for you all. Oh, that looks really good. She's made the most amazing image.
So that people can see what it is.
Yep.
It's important.
And the kit will have the link to the video on it. Like, it actually has the video. You can watch the video still on our website. Like, you don't have to go to YouTube to watch the video for the classes when they're on a kit. But yeah, so this needs a little more time to sit. I've played with it probably a little much. I may add a little more glue later, but it has definitely glued pretty good. But the weight of the photos helps it to glue and stick together. I love this color. I love how this is. Like, love this color scheme. This was last weekend's class, just so you know, last Friday nights, but we didn't get to do because of the rain. It rained this afternoon, and I went, oh, I'm just going to have to do the video whether I've got sound or not. We're just going to have to tell people to put the subtitles on because, yeah, video and class kit are done. And she's just putting the link in. Oh, my gosh, you're amazing, Naomi John.
Yeah,
she's going to add it to YouTube in a second.
I can't add it to YouTube. I'm not on your account.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to add it to YouTube.
Yes, I need you to, because remember the whole new safety thing. There we go.
Right.
But I hope you enjoyed the image.
She just wanted you all to see her image. You actually have to tell her how marvelous her image is on it. She's done a fabulous job
building it.
Let me I'm just going to put the link in the YouTube. There we go. Awesome. So thank you all for coming along. You guys are amazing. There's 2 classes this weekend. There we go. We've had fun. This one's an interactive layout, so the kit for it is available. We sold a few, but we only do a limited number of kits now, so we don't do eternal kits anymore.
It just got too much.
We've just got so many kits in our system. It's just got to the point where we had to go, okay, well, we offer the X number of kits, and then if we know the kit's going to be super duper popular and be wanted for a longer period of time, we do make extras up front. But yeah, great project. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Joanne. I can see you needing this for grandbaby Joanne. So photos, lots and lots of photos. You might need a dozen of these for the photos you've taken since. But yes. So I think that's, oh, yep, we're all good. Oh, no, she's working on a magazine over there. Oh, more digital magazines. So, yes. So take care, stay safe. Love yous all, and we will see you soon. Oh, and we do have some new stuff coming out in the next couple of days. So watch our social media and our what's new on our website. So take care. See you all soon. Bye.